Am I the asshole? For laughing in my friend's face because he said I'm financially abusing my boyfriend? My boyfriend, Matt, and I have been together for about 10 months now, and he moved in with me about 4 to 5 months ago. I own my flat and I have a somewhat well-paying job. Matt just went back to school part-time, meanwhile working a lower-paying job. He pays for half the food/utilities/dates. I like to travel a lot, but Matt can't really afford it, so I mostly go with my friends, but he came with us for a little winter holiday after Christmas. After we got back, one of my friends, David, who was with us too, came to me saying he wants to talk to me about Matt. David told me that he observed Matt during our vacation and what I was doing to him really wasn't okay. He saw that Matt was struggling to pay for things, often checking if he had enough money. David eventually said that it's wrong of me to expect Matt to pay for half of everything, since I make so much more than him, and the fair thing would be to divide things based on our income percentages. Like I pay for 70% of the things and Matt only pays 30% instead of 50 to 50. David told me that I'm not allowing Matt to save any money of his own, trapping him in our relationship, since Matt couldn't afford to live alone, and that's financially abusive. I just laughed at David's face. This is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. I didn't really try to refute anything he was saying, because none of it made any sense. David got really offended/angry/disappointed, or I don't know what. It was kind of hard to read, and he said he expected better of me. That he came to me with a genuine concern, wanting to be helpful, and he didn't expect my immature reaction to it. It has been a couple days since this and I still can't wrap my head around it. I'm thinking maybe I should apologize to David for laughing at him, as he really did look concerned, but WTF was he even thinking about? Am I the asshole? Edit. I did make one point to David after laughing, which was that Matt lives with me for free. I only ask for half the utilities, which is less than €50 a month. I, on the other hand, have a pretty big mortgage. To this, David said that Matt lived with his parents before without having to pay rent, so that's irrelevant, and I felt like there wasn't much more to be said. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for refusing to take my sister-in-law on a romantic getaway? I, female, age 28, have been friends with Brittany, female, age 28, since we were about 5 or 6, and we are very close to this day. As part of having a friendship with me, she was around my brother, male, would be 30, quite a lot as children, and their romance blossomed as teenagers. They were married 5 years ago. Unfortunately, my brother passed 2 years ago in a tragic accident and left behind a mountain of debt for Brittany. She was 8 months pregnant at the time, and ended up moving in with my parents. Her and her daughter, Lilac, 2 female, live with my parents to this day, and the family alternate watching Lilac so Brittany can get her degree. Everyone has really rallied around Brittany in such a trying time. For Christmas, my husband, male, 30, bought an all-inclusive trip for him and I to explore Paris and have a romantic getaway. I have always had France on my wish list, and I am so grateful to him for such a wonderful gift. We leave in February for 2 weeks, and it is honestly a dream come true. I told my parents about the gift, and they then told Brittany, who called me in floods of tears asking that I take her instead of my husband. She said that she will never be able to experience a romantic getaway like that with her own husband, and that we, my husband and I, could just go again at another time. She said she gave up everything to raise Lilac, and she would love for us to have a girls' trip like we did when we were younger. I told Brittany that that was not possible. This was a gift from my husband to me, and I fully expected to have a romantic getaway with him. Brittany told me that I was punishing her for being a widow, and that it was unfair I would have a love affair in Paris while she cried at my brother's grave. My husband thinks she is trying to make me feel guilty, but said he would step out of the trip if I would like to take Brittany. The thing is that I want to go with my husband, but my parents have since called to tell me that they would watch Lilac and that I should not rub my happy marriage in Brittany's face. My mom told me I would be selfish to leave a grieving widow over Valentine's Day. Am I being an asshole?